I'm a movie man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on. Now, this was a movie which I had heard about it. When it premiered at last year's Fantastic Fest. But it released there last month in other territories, and it did hear, some kind of not so good reviews from people, but the reviews from the critics seem to be very, very good anyway. But I was interested to check it out. I saw that it was being released September 20th in Ireland, and so when I saw that, I figured, alright, I'll go and I'll give this movie a watch. So the film released in Ireland there last week, and I went to go see it last week as of recording this review, but anyway, having seen the film for myself now, what did I think of it? Yeah, I have to say, I really liked this movie now. I don't know if I would say that I love it quite as much as other people have, but nonetheless, I still thought it was a very good movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. But anyways, getting further into my thoughts on Strange Darling, I'll start off by saying that I think the cinematography in this film is actually very good. I have to say, I really like the way that this movie is shot. There's some genuinely really good shots of there's some long shots. Let's say when we there's a scene where Harcher's running away and stuff, and the film really does focus on that shot. The Harcher's a long take as you just see him running away and stuff, and I really liked it. Now, the cinematography for this film is done by the actor Giovanni Ribisi, as well as being the cinematographer, he's also one of the producers, and he actually has a voice role in this film at one point along with Patric. But yeah, he actually made his debut with this film as a cinematographer. As an actor, you'll probably know him from movies like Saving Private Ryan, Avatar, the Ted movies, but yeah, he makes his debut as a cinematographer with this film. And I have to say, for his first gig, he did a really impressive job. The whole movie is shot on 35mm camera. They even say it in the movie, shot entirely on 35mm. Which, to be honest, I don't really think they actually needed to do that, but say that they shot the whole thing 135mm. But anyway, nonetheless, I thought he did a very impressive job with it. Honestly, it just makes for a really visually pleasing movie, and as I said, I like some of the long takes, and like I really like the color scheme in this film, with all like the kind of bright reds and stuff, a lot of like scenes set in kind of a motel and stuff. Yeah, honestly, it is just a very well shot movie, and I can't imagine the budget for this one was all too high, so I think that especially really makes it very impressive. But yeah, overall, I have to say, I thought the cinematography here was really good. Um, the editing in this film, I also thought was quite good as well. Like, obviously, this movie is edited in a way to, like, where there's 6 different chapters, but they're all, like, not in order, but, the way it's all done and stuff, it's, done very well, and, I really liked the way the movie was edited, like, especially when, like, you don't even, like, really know what's properly going on, but then as the story goes on, you see different chapters, you see more things being explained, yeah. Also, I think they did a very good job with the editing in that department, so yeah, overall, I have to say, I thought the editing in this film was actually very good. Now, in terms of the pace, now, this isn't exactly a very long movie. This film is 1 hour and 37 minutes, so yeah, it's only 97 minutes long. It's not too long of a movie. And honestly, I think the movie does well enough with the pacing. Now, I will say with some of these chapters, some of them are definitely much shorter than others. Like, yeah, some chapters are kind of short enough. They're like at least like just a few minutes long, whereas other chapters kind of take up like a good amount of the runtime. But I have to say, I thought it was honestly done well enough. Now, I wouldn't say the pacing is exactly perfect. Like, I think there are kind of some shots in here that they kind of do feel a bit long. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I guess like that the movie kind of does like to kind of go kind of a bit of a slow pace with certain scenes. I think it works well enough here, but I just feel like there were kind of one or two kind of scenes where it just kind of felt like maybe a bit too long. Like maybe the movie just could have trimmed it down a tiny bit. But like, yeah, honestly, I think for the most part, like the pacing in this movie is honestly done pretty well here, and I like that. How it actually builds up to some of the revelations. So, overall, I have to say the pace here was quite solid. The movie just maybe felt a bit long, just kind of with certain scenes kind of dragging a bit. So I didn't mind that, but as I said, I feel like it just could have been trimmed a tiny bit. Like, sorry, I just didn't feel quite as long, but overall, for the most part, I thought the pace here was overall quite solid. I will say I thought in terms of sounds and music, they did a good job. Like, there actually is some pretty good sound effects in this. And overall, I have to say that I thought the music in this film was actually quite good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there was actually a nice score that they had in the film, I thought it like really fit very well with the movie. But as well as that, I also really liked that song that they did for the movie. You heard it from the trailer, and I'm pretty sure they actually do play it in the movie at one point, and yeah, actually I do quite like the song. Yeah, so overall I would say that the music in this film was actually quite good. Yeah, the sound and music in this movie was good. In terms of the characters and the performances from the cast, now the movie really focuses on these two main characters. Well, we have our main protagonist in this film. Sure, she's simply known as the lady. I have to say, I did genuinely really like her as a character. Like, see her like being hunted down by this serial killer. I think you do feel bad for her. You kind of are rooting for her, hoping that she'll make her escape. But like, we get to kind of see like more of her character as the movie goes on, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought she was a genuinely really interesting character, a really compelling character. I have to say, I thought Willa Fitzgerald actually did a very good job with this movie. Like, I thought she led the film really well, and like, she was actually genuinely a compelling lead. Like, she did really well in this lead performance. Overall, I have to say, I liked her. Like, she was a good character, and her actress gave a good performance, so I liked her. And then we have the other character who the movie focuses on, and he's basically the serial killer character. He's also not credited with an actual name. He's just referred to as the demon. Yeah, I have to say, he was a good character as well. Like, he does make for genuinely a very menacing and threatening presence. Like, I have to say, he is honestly very interesting character, and I will say Kyle Gallner, yeah, he did a very good job with this movie. Like, he was very good in this performance. Like, he was very threatening in the role, and I thought he played it very well. Like, he's definitely becoming a modern day Scream King, and yeah, he proves it here again with this movie. Yeah, I have to say, I thought he was very good in this. Now, in terms of other characters, like, really, the movie mainly focuses on these main two, but we do have like a few supporting characters that should kind of show up throughout the movie. I won't get too much into most of them. Like, there's this old couple that the lady runs into at one point. They're played by Barbara Hershey and Ed Begley Jr. Yeah, they are quite an over the top old couple. Like, cause I think they're like doomsday believers and stuff. Like, I thought they were kind of entertaining characters. Like, I will say the supporting cast, they were all okay. Like, I mean, they weren't really given much to do, but they all did well enough, and they made their characters memorable enough for the screen time that they had. So yeah, I actually thought the supporting cast did quite well here. So overall, good characters, specifically the main two, and very solid performances, especially from the leading two cast members, Willa Fitzgerald and Gallner. So the characters and the acting department was done very well here. In terms of the plot of this movie now, it isn't one you haven't really seen before. It's about this lady, and she's being stalked by a serial killer, and she's potentially going to be his next victim. Although what is interesting about this one is, the fact that, it's split into 6 chapters, but they're not told in order. I will say, yeah, the story is not told in order. It's kind of in a different order, with each of these chapters. You can definitely tell, there's quite a Tarantino influence here, especially with Pulp Fiction, because, Pulp Fiction it's kind of similar how, it's not told in order, it's, kind of told, in different chapters. Yeah, this movie does something quite similar to where it's not told entirely in order. It kind of goes, kind of different chapters and stuff. And the thing with that, you could say, when some movies might try to do that, they may not properly execute it very well. I feel like when some films might kind of try to use this kind of storytelling motif, they might kind of just use it as kind of a bit of a fancy gimmick, but I wouldn't say that's the case with this one, because I really liked how they did it here. I thought it was actually executed very well here, because when the movie begins, I think we understand, what's going on. We have this lady being pursued by a serial killer, but then, as the movie goes on, and we kind of start to see some of the earlier chapters and then some of the later chapters, slowly we kind of start to piece together what is actually going on. And obviously I won't be giving away anything, but I will say, the twist with this one, when we find out what's actually going on, it's a very good twist. Yeah, I have to say, I thought it was really good the way that they executed it. And yeah, I think for the most part it is genuinely an engaging, kind of slow burn thriller and stuff, with how it builds up towards everything. As I said, I think it just felt maybe a bit too long, but in certain parts. But honestly, for the most part, I would say that it was genuinely a really good thriller, and how it builds up to everything, and how it used the motif of having 6 chapters and the twist, everything. Yeah, overall, I thought it was genuinely a really engaging thriller. That, it had you wanting to see what was gonna happen. Yeah, I thought it was very good. So overall, I would say the plot of the movie was done really well. In terms of the narrative structure, now, as I've already said, this movie is not told in order. It has 6 chapters, and they're not told in order. It starts at one chapter and goes to another chapter and stuff. Yeah, but as I said, I really liked the way that it was done, because at the start it gave us an idea of what was going on, but then as it went on, it started to reveal more things. Suddenly, we start to realize what's actually going on, and it does make for a very good twist, I will say. And like, I mean, it is kind of really this one kind of main plot that the movie focuses on. But as it goes on, as we start realizing what's actually happening, yeah, I think that only makes the film even more engaging, and it's a really good twist the way that it's done and stuff. Yeah, I have to say, I thought they executed that whole storytelling motif really, really well here. So, overall, I would say that the narrative structure in this film was genuinely very, very good with how they executed the whole motif and stuff. So overall, I have to say I really liked Strange Darling. I thought it was a very good movie. Like it had very good cinematography. I thought like there was some solid music in here. I thought acting in here, especially from Willa Fitzgerald and Kyle Gallner, was done really well, and like as I said, like the plot with how they use the whole motif of having it be split into chapters but not told in order was actually executed very well here, and it made for an engaging thriller with a very good twist. Um, so yeah, overall, I have to say I did really enjoy this movie. Like if you want kind of a good like kind of slow burn like cat and mouse thriller with like a serial killer going after a victim, and you want to see this whole like kind of storytelling motif actually told like really well, then I would say this movie is definitely worth a watch. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie, and as I said, if it sounds like you'll be interested to check it out, then it's definitely worth a watch indeed. So with that, I am going to give Strange Darling an 8 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.